Okay, guys, I got this fan blowing in the background because that way it keeps my smoke out of the picture. First thing I want to say is this. For those of you that doesn't know what a righteous man is, I suggest, because the definition I'm going by is what the King James Version Bible states what a righteous man is. I am a righteous man. Now there's some people on a channel that I spent a lot of time. It's not the only channel I spend time on, but I spent a lot of time on this channel for a half a decade at least. This ain't my first rodeo. This is how the person's channel that I'm talking about found out about me. I called one of his heroes. He's got 3 or 4. But one of his old heroes I called out to be a fake, a liar. That was Richie from Boston. And I proved it in many videos where he was lying for views, money. I proved the same thing about Brian from High Impact. Same thing. I used to ride them 2 channels like a bicycle. Now both those channels put out, let's just say, I'll give them this much, 75% truths. But they spun 25% of bull crap, lies, in order to boost views and subs for money. Now this is something, the channel that I'm talking about in this video, he's jealous. He's jealous of Owen Benjamin. He's jealous of Jim Bob. He was jealous of what Richie from Boston was capable of doing. And definitely jealous of Brian from High Impact. But at least Brian from High Impact did one of it. Where this channel I'm talking about had nothing other than, he didn't have much as a channel. I have nothing on none of my channels. I got 6 channels. I have nothing on them. And I'm probably sitting about where he was when Brian from High Impact blew his channel up. I think it was a skit. No, I know it was a skit. I can't remember which one. But Brian from High Impact videos, he featured it and he made it go viral. Which that's how this channel I'm talking about ended up with. He ended up with about 100, I think about 157,000 subs. Well, maybe if he would have kept doing his skits, it would have went up. But see, when you're doing videos every day, folks, or even say once a week, 4 times a month, or even once a month, You got a lot of ideas when it first starts. And as you start working through them, you start running out of ideas. So you got to do something different. I've been there. I've done it. I know it. I have 6 channels. Some have I think the smallest one's 16 subs. But they hang on. My longest running channel is Fuck All Way Four Wheelers. It's been on for 3 years. I think it is, somewhere around 3 years. They took down all my other channels. It used to be about all the crap of the government. I spent 20 years telling you people about the crap the government was doing. It's somebody else's turn. You didn't believe me, obviously. And some of you still calling me a liar today. But I'm Watachi, and I'm still running free. We have people that attack that name, even though it's not me. It's not a corporation. It's not anything. Watachi was a name. Watachi Running Free was a name when I was trying to keep my real identity from the government. And I did it for a long time. Even in the city I'm living in right now, they didn't know who I was exactly until I gave them my social security number. 300 and some pages of my background. Oh yeah. But some people want to claim I'm a liar. All right. Now, let's line up the ones who don't lie, who make small lies, like maybe joking about themselves. And I'm trying to think of some of the one joke I say I helped my wife that I've been married to for 33 years now, going on 34. I helped her over that southern border. Well, I didn't do that. That is a joke. And I've told everyone that is a joke. If I'm not allowed to clown around with people at all, because I know you guys think deer fishing's a joke. I know you think VCR repairs are a joke. I know there's a lot of stuff I've told you I've done in my life that you think it's all jokes. But you're wrong. You're wrong. There are people, many people, all across this country right now that will guarantee you I've done everything I have said. They hide in my channels, folks. They hide in my channels. Wait to see where I'm going to frickin' claim a lie that I didn't do so they can come out and call me out on it. I ain't playing with you. There's many of people like that watching me. It's government people. It's my bloodline. There's several kinds of organizations, 3%ers. There's all kinds of people that watch my stuff. I don't even get told the true views. I just get told what YouTube tells me, and I've been shown that as well. My Watachi Running Free, and probably a couple other of my channels They don't allow to get subs. They don't allow to get views. If they show me 30, I guarantee you I got 200. Guarantee it. I've seen it. Because I have channels that they don't know are a part of Watachi. I don't sub to what any of my Watachi channels. They're done on different phone numbers. They're set up under different names. And I could see on those channels that they tell me personally, when I'm on my channel, I have 300 views. But when I'm on another channel checking that same thing that they know or they think isn't a part of Watachi Running Free, I see 5,000 views. So this is how they do things. YouTube, Google, Facebook, and the United States government did everything they could do to erase my very first Watachi Running Free channel. They did it. They wanted to erase Watachi Running Free online, and they did. Right after my trial. Right after my trial, they erased everything of Watachi Running Free on Google. Think I'm playing? How do you know? I ain't playing with you, folks. That's why I have 6 channels. And I produce stuff on all 6 channels. I will not let this government, Google, YouTube, or anybody else erase the Watachi Running Free name. As long as I've got it under so many channels. You people don't even know. As long as the internet runs, Watachi runs. I assure you. I assure you. Don't believe me? Watch and see. Google tried to erase me and they couldn't do it. YouTube, they took down all my channels. Facebook took down 5 of 7. They took away about, I think it was 10 of my email addresses. I had so many people so involved in this stuff for a decade. Involved in all kinds of stuff. It took me until I was at, let's see, I'm going to give you the true age. 57 years old. And I've been telling people for at least 10 years, 20 years, I've been protected all my life. I'm not lying about that, folks. I've been protected all my life. I didn't know it, didn't agree with it, but something. I was able to do things other people went to prison, other people that died, other people did when I did the same things I did and died. I was protected all my life. 3 years ago, in 2020, I was attached to a heart doctor, a lung doctor, and a family doctor. 3 doctors. They all had me on pills. Oh, yeah. Now, it's been probably a decade since I've been on any pain pills. All these pills were, I was told, the only thing keeping me alive. Heart pill, because they worked on my heart for three surgeons for over 40 hours, worked on my heart and couldn't fix it. And that'd been about 10 years ago, the last surgery. But I was bankrupted for the money I had to pay these clowns. I had to bankrupt myself, my family, everything, my business, everything. I had to bankrupt it all over 3 liars that claimed they could fix my heart. In 2020, my heart doctor, because I couldn't wear a mask, folks. I was at about 250, 260 pounds. I couldn't walk upstairs hardly without collapsing. One year before, it'd be 2018, I got pneumonia, almost died. I couldn't even hardly get up and walk to the bathroom and still be able to breathe. I'm figuring I'm dying at this point. I got through that. It took me about 3 weeks. I got through that pneumonia. In 2018. I ain't been sick since. Not since. Operation COVID-19 started in 2019, whether you guys know that or not. That's why it's called COVID-19. It was a military operation that was a training that went live in 2019, the end of 2019, and went by 2020. We were 6 feet apart, staying home or wearing masks. I was doing Ubers and Lyfts, and I couldn't, or would I wear a mask just because somebody tells me to. Now, I had 30% lung capacity, and if I slapped a mask over my nose and mouth, you cut me down probably to half. I was going to probably have another heart attack and wind up in your hospital where everybody's dying. Doesn't matter, car wreck, you died of COVID. I wasn't going to your hospital. People told me at my doctor's office, I've already been trespassed from 4 or 5 places across the city for not being. The Disabilities Act in 1978 don't mean nothing. Nothing. It didn't then, it don't now. It's a lie. The fact that your Constitution says these people can't do that to you don't mean anything. Didn't then, doesn't now. But it was allowed to be forced on me. And people still call me a liar. Well, the prosecutor that brought these false charges and everything up on me, he didn't make it long past the trial. I lost. I got 2 years because I refused to wear a mask. And I was criminally trespassed and also said to have been fleeing from an officer, which none of it happened. None of it was true. They wanted, because they knew I didn't have a whole lot of money, they wanted me to get a lawyer through the courthouse. That way they could know everywhere I had money, and anybody married to me, I'd have had to show them. And I told them, I don't need your lawyer. I have Jesus as a lawyer. And I stood that ground all the way through it, and I'll stand it today. I will not take a lying lawyer that works for the same British accredited association, and that's the only thing they get is that number from being part of the bar association. That's their license to practice law, folks. They don't have to have or a state license or anything. You ask any lawyer, where's your license to practice law, and they pull out their bar membership number. I've laughed at that many a time, and I laughed at it when I asked that same prosecutor in my last trial where his license was to practice law in Ohio, and he showed me that membership card, and I told him, that's a joke. That's part of the British government, not ours. He can't practice. He can't be a prosecutor in this country or in this state anymore. He was nailed. Not by me, by Jesus. I assure you. And this town knows, or they believe, it's because of what happened at my trial. I assure you that as well. Now, these guys like to tell me on this one channel I'm a liar. I think that's their going motto. I think it's a motto now for that channel. Watachi's a liar. Well, they claimed I was lying about the Bible. And the reason why the guy that runs the channel will not admit I was right is because he's afraid he's going to lose a bunch of subs. Oh, yeah. And maybe some money. And it's going to make him look bad. He's a coward. That's what he is. 100% straight up across the board. Coward. Because the Bible stated exactly what I said. And I'll state it right here. And it states it in not only the Old Testament, it's in the New Testament. A woman cannot be a preacher or a teacher of men. And a woman cannot hold any authority over any man. And like I was saying, if America really wants to mock God 100% across the board, because they're about 90% across the board right now mocking God. So if you really want to mock him good, slap a woman in the presidency. Because that's going to tell God this, whether you guys like it or not. If you don't like it, then be a Muslim or be a Jew. And Jew is a gang. It's like the Crips and the Bloods. It's not even a religion. Hebrew would be the religion, just like Jesus was Hebrew. And who hung him on the cross? You guys think I'm a liar. None of you have proved it yet. I know where I've said things wrong, and I've admitted it. Oh, bats aren't completely 100% blind. We know that. But I've also proven BG to not know the Bible as well as he says he knows it. Claims he read it 5 times while he was in prison. 5! I've never claimed to even read the Bible once yet. I'm going to be getting there. But I haven't claimed to even read it once. He claimed to read it 5 times. Never heard that a woman could not hold authority over a man. But I think it's because he's a pagan. He comes on his live stream saying, peace to the gods, peace to the gods, peace to the gods. So that's not Christianity. First Amendment says there's only one God. He's saying peace to the gods. So, I got to also wonder if he didn't just read a few books in the Bible and memorize them. He didn't read the whole Bible because he didn't know women couldn't hold authority over men. He didn't know it. And he ain't even got the hair on his head to admit that he didn't know it. Or the balls. So this is for all of you. Keep asking me what's going on, what's going on, what's going on. Oh, darn. Why'd you get so upset? You guys writing a book? Here's your book. Don't believe everything you hear. On Barricade Garage. God love you. I love you. Jesus couldn't show you any more love than without Jesus. You might as well be a Muslim or a Jew. And go on over and fight. You need to be over in the Middle East. If you're a Muslim or a Jew, you need to be over there. Because I'm telling you what, either one of you bring your fight to my door, you're both my enemies. And I will deal with you as such. I'll pray for you. But I'll introduce you to Jesus just as well if I have to defend myself. Any questions? Anybody want to call me a liar? Go ahead. That's the thing to do on Barricade Garage anymore. No proof. No proof. But that's the thing to do. Love you guys. Jesus loves you. Couldn't show you anymore. Without him, you don't even know where the path is to the straight gate to get into heaven. You'd be on that big highway. Party buses. Oh yeah, there'll be party buses. I assure you. Might not be the party you think might be happening, but there'll be full buses.